Pain arrives like an uninvited guest. It doesn't ask for permission, nor does it warn you when it will leave. It settles in unceremoniously, occupying every corner of your being. It is intense, silent, and yet deafening at the same time. When it hurts, it feels like the world shrinks, or time slows down, and all that exists is that overwhelming sensation. But as hard as it may be to believe, pain carries something precious, a purpose. Pain is not a punishment, it's a passage. It's the bridge between who we are now and who we have the potential to become. It hurts because we're being shaped, because something within us needs to change, evolve, and grow. Just as gold is refined in the heat of fire, pain purifies and transforms us. It forces us to look within, to face our fears, our vulnerabilities, and to discover strengths we never knew we had. It hurts because we care, because we are human, and as humans, we feel. Pain is proof that we are alive, that there is still something inside us that beats, that fights, that dreams. It is pain that makes us realize the value of small things, that teaches us to see beauty where there was once only indifference. It reminds us that suffering is temporary, but the lessons it brings can last forever. In moments when the pain is most intense, it feels like there's no way out. The darkness is dense, the silence is deafening, and the questions seem endless. Why me? Why now? When will this end? But the truth is, pain never comes without reason. Even when everything feels lost, it's silently working, weaving something new, something greater within us. When it hurts, you're growing. It may not seem like it now, but every tear that falls, every sleepless night, every moment of despair is building a strength within you that no one can take away. Pain is the workout of the soul. It's under its weight that we find emotional muscles we never knew we had. It is in the midst of chaos that we discover the power of resilience, the meaning of faith, and the value of hope. But pain is not easy. It is a stern teacher, one that teaches with intensity. It demands that we stop, listen, and feel. There's no use trying to run from it, ignore it, or mask it. Pain needs to be experienced, because it is in feeling it that we find healing. It is by facing it head-on, by allowing it to reveal its lessons, that we begin to free ourselves. Running from pain prolongs it. Facing it is the first step to overcoming it. Remember, you've endured pain before. You've faced storms that seemed endless and survived. Every battle you've won is proof that you can win this one too. And even if everything feels too heavy right now, trust. What feels like the end is, in fact, the beginning of something new. Pain is not the final chapter of your story, but merely a page of it. And you know what's most incredible? Pain never returns empty-handed. It always brings something with it. Sometimes it's a lesson about who we are. Other times, it's a reminder of our strength. And often, it's complete transformation. Because no one goes through pain and remains the same. It shapes us, refines us, and teaches us to value what truly matters. When it hurts, it's important to remember that you are not alone. Even if it feels that way, even if everything inside you says otherwise, there are people who care. People who understand, who have been where you are, and who can help you get through this storm. Because pain, no matter how overwhelming, is never eternal. Just as the sun always rises after the darkest night, pain also passes. And when it passes, it makes room for something extraordinary to bloom. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. It is not weakness to admit that it hurts. On the contrary, it is an act of courage. It is in vulnerability that we find our strength. It is at the bottom of the pit that we discover we have wings. Because pain doesn't define who you are. It reveals who you can become. And when all this is over, because it will be over, you will see that you came out stronger, wiser, and more prepared. The scars pain leaves behind are not marks of weakness, but medals of courage. They tell the story of someone who faced the impossible and won. Of someone who chose to keep going, even when everything inside screamed to give up. Now look ahead. Think about what you will do with everything you are living through. Think about how pain can be a springboard, not a weight. Because life goes on, and it is full of possibilities. Imagine the strongest, fullest, most fulfilled version of yourself. That's the person being forged right now. Every tear you shed, every deep breath, every thought of giving up that you decide to overcome is a step in this journey. You are being prepared for something greater, something you may not yet understand, but it is on its way. It could be a dream that seemed unreachable, a connection that will change your life, or even a moment of peace you never thought you'd experience. Whatever it is, know that you will be ready, because that's what pain does. It doesn't destroy, it builds. And when you look back to the moment when it all hurt, you'll realize that it was there that your true strength was born. You didn't just survive, you were reborn. And the world before you will never be the same because now you know what you're capable of. You've discovered that even when it hurts, you are invincible.